Listen, man, even large corporations, large companies are getting into the podcasting space. So when I come to Vegas, I gotta come check out Brad Lea. Let's see how he's leveraging his podcast. I feel good, man. I love this podcasting space. There's so many different ways to leverage it, monetize it, use it for your own personal branding. So even a large company like this, podcasting. How are you?
What's happening?
I'm incredible. Thanks for asking.
Come on in.
Happy to be here. All right, cool.
What's going down? You guys got a couple of camera guys, huh?
Yes, sir.
We got camera guys on camera guys.
Yeah, man. I do an event called Podcast Summit, and I'm going to different studios. One, identifying, what's happening in the studio. Well, how do you use your studio, but also how do you leverage podcasting? Because you've got a pretty big podcast, man.
They think I'm a podcaster. Because I've never really thought of it like that, although I do have a podcast and I am a podcaster, I suppose. Right. But I thought they would say like, entrepreneur or, some sort of, there's athletes and actors and singers and, I'm a podcaster.
You are. As you're building a business, people associate obviously your company with a service, but when they think about you, if they're consuming your content through a podcast, that's just how they identify you now.
Yeah.
They may or may not use your service, but they are inspired by your story, your motivation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what made you start a podcast
though? This company allows me to get a lot of access to a lot of big name people because they use my software. And so I thought, man, when people come in to film, I might as well just throw up a couple microphones and shoot the shit and pick their brain and see what's going on. So I did it one time and somebody said, man, you guys were dropping bombs. And I didn't even have a name for it. And I said, man, you know what? Let me see if that's available. And I went and checked and Dropping Bombs was available.
Right.
Droppingbombs.com. So I bought the URL and that's why I started it.
What has it done for you?
It's done a lot. So like number one, I can get access to almost anybody now. If I want to talk to somebody or if I target somebody to close or need to get in front of, I just invite them on the podcast, number one. And they jump on. Number two, like it probably does 6 to 12 million in revenue now.
I'm sorry, what does 6 to 12 million?
My podcast.
Really?
Yeah, really.
What are the streets? We're gonna get back to that line of questioning, but where's this coming from?
Sponsors. But no, it's given me a lot of reach, a lot of leverage, a lot of deal flow, a lot of attention, followers, obviously, social media. But, mainly it's given me kind of a platform. Yeah. And that platform can be used for a number of things. Yeah. So, it's intangible to measure everything it does. So have you guys been here before or no?
I came one time. I interviewed you in your studio one time.
You did? How long ago was that?
It was a couple years ago. It's like back there and to the left. Yeah. And I interviewed you on your show.
You sat in my chair. I sat on the opposite.
I don't know which chair was yours, but I did interview you.
Well, we better get some footage of that.
Yeah.
So if you realize that waking up is worth more than $1 million cash, why you get so damn excited over $1 million, but you won't get excited when you wake up in the morning? I would rather wake up than get any amount of money.
Why would a sponsor your show?
Because when you're on my show, thousands of people hear about you. So, I don't know what I get. I probably close to 20 million downloads now, but I think on an average month we're getting 100 to 150,000 downloads. So you get a lot of exposure. Yeah. So like when people come on my show, they end up selling their business or their services or their coaching or they make money. I've put people on the map. I've launched brands with my show.
Have you
heard of Andy Elliott?
No.
You haven't heard of Andy Elliott? He's kind of the buff sales trainer that runs around telling people 6-pack or you're fired. So when he came on my show, you know, he had maybe 80,000 followers, and I put him on my show, and boom, you know, now he's up to millions of followers.
Because
so I kind of launched his career, as he puts it.
Because you know that, how do you decide who comes on? Like, is that in itself a service that you offer to be on the show because you'll get exposure? Your benefit is the fact that you're going to get in front of all these people and your following grows. Your benefit maybe would be
my
that
benefit.
They pay for it.
My benefit? Yeah, my benefit. Number one, here's how I look at it. Either my show gives you attention and revenue, or your appearance gives me attention and revenue. So unless you're famous, more than likely you need to sponsor an episode, or just get lucky, because sometimes you're not necessarily famous, but I like what you're saying, I like what you're doing, and I want to talk to you. Like I just said, I want to get some swingers to come on. I want to talk to swingers and see, like, why would you let your girl get railed? And how do you reconcile that? I just can't imagine. So, you know, I like to get people's opinions and thoughts and, you know, discuss different ideas and perspectives, because I'm always learning and trying to develop and grow. So I like to hear.
So it's not just business podcast. You talk about a whole gambit of things.
It's developed into kind of an all-around podcast, but mainly it's considered an entrepreneur podcast, yeah.
That's what I thought. So, like, the swingers seems interesting, but...
Well, swingers have businesses, don't they?
Sometimes, maybe, I guess. Depending on the swinger, I guess. You know what I found, too, that even though you may have a big name, your podcast isn't guaranteed to blow up, because you have to have something to say, and you have to say it well.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, just because there's a lot of celebrities that they can't get any traction because they're not good communicators.
Really? Name one.
100%. I mean, I don't want to name some people, but there's a lot of podcasters that
so you got to name them.
Started for a little bit.
You got to name them, David.
And I may need their influence one day. So,
well, again, I'd name them if I heard them. See, you got to tell the truth, and I think that's another thing. You know, people appreciate. You know, the truth. Like, there's so much bullshit out in the world. Like, there's fake people, and just like be yourself, have authenticity, speak the truth. And it is what it is. Although, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily use it against someone. Like if I knew a name of someone who I thought sucked, and it's the truth, I think they suck, you don't necessarily want to use it for that.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to know because I always thought the opposite. And you're the podcast expert.
Yeah.
Again, I do not claim to be a podcast expert. I don't even really consider myself a podcaster. I just podcast.
Yeah.
But I always thought the opposite. Like, if you have a big name, it's easy to start a podcast.
It's easy to start, but it's not easy to keep people's attention.
Well, you get them to come and go, man. Some people like what they're. I mean, I get fickle followers all the time. Someone just said the other day, because I was talking to Myron, and then after him, Garrett White, and you know, they kind of have their own opinions on masculinity and whatnot, and people are like, "This podcast used to have value. Unfollow or unsubscribe."
Yeah.
And then you know, 3 episodes later, they're back commenting. So it's like, I thought you were unsubscribing.
But I think you're taking your ability to communicate for granted. Because it's an art. Like, a conversation is art. You've had conversations with people, you're like, I can't wait for this to be over. Because they're not saying anything, or they never come back around to their point. So
I've only had one of those. Did I have a conversation with anyone?
You can, and I think you can carry the conversation no matter how bad the person is. But some people just don't, their show isn't going to grow. Just because they can make a good song doesn't mean they can keep someone's attention through conversation. You're very interesting, and you're polarizing. And even in our interview, you would go down a path, and then there's a bomb dropped at the end. Not even maybe just like information. It's like you'd say something in a way, I want to interview swingers. They got businesses, don't they? Like, people don't communicate well, but you have that.
Well, I think because most people have allodoxophobia.
I don't know what that means.
That is a fear of other people's opinion. I don't have that. I think people worry about everyone else's validation because they don't validate themselves.
They don't validate themselves.
Yeah. Like they seek validation from others because they don't validate themselves. So if you don't know if you're any good or you're worth anything, you seek everyone else's validation to tell you that you're good.
I mean, but if you grow up as a child and everyone's telling you you're bad, I mean, that has some sort of effect. How do you break out of that to become not allodoxophobic?
You take responsibility and realize that you're the one that gets to choose. You get rid of victim mentality.
You don't care about the comments at all. It doesn't make you feel, I mean, you might not be affected in how you move, but.
Well, number one, dude, they don't know you. Right? It's not like my friends and family are on there talking shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's some listener that has a different opinion. Well, dude, listen, I'm open-minded. Everyone's welcome to their own opinion. Yeah. I'm welcome to mine. You're welcome to yours. You didn't like what I said or how I interviewed? Oh, poor baby. Let me give you a hug. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people get mad because I interrupt. Mm-hmm. Well, I tell people, like, this isn't an interview, you dipshit. This is a conversation, and conversations get stepped on all the time. Yeah. So you just said, yeah, you didn't wait for me to finish. You said, yeah, without waiting. What a dick. Why didn't you wait till I was finished talking?
That's not how conversations
That's not how conversations go. So I'm conversing with people, and they're getting to hear it. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everyone that has an audience has been attacked for something. And with the type of volume that you have, I'm sure you've been attacked. Because I've been attacked, and I'm not doing what you're doing. But
when you say the word attacked, it makes me think like, damn, that's a little dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, from verbally or text.
People don't like it, for sure.
Yes, but have you ever said it and like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that or said that way?
No. Never. I'm not a mean, evil-spirited guy, so whatever I said was in the right, and had the right intention. Yeah. So if I accidentally didn't say it perfectly, I would say that that's a you problem. Right? Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm married. I've said things that maybe I didn't have to say that involved my wife. Maybe I just didn't need to say that.
Well, you know, there's been some things that my wife didn't want me to say, and you know what I tell her?
What's that?
Let's ask her. Hey, whenever I say shit on the podcast that you wish I didn't say, what do I tell you when you tell me you don't want me to say it?
That's okay.
That's it? I just say it's okay?
It's not gonna ruin your life, and who cares what other people think?
Have I ever said shit you wish I didn't say?
All the time.
And what do I say?
My life isn't gonna change because of it.
That's right. Not to worry about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
What are you saying about me?
Huh?
So what are you saying about me now?
Nothing, but someone asked me if I've ever regretted saying things online. I said, no, my wife has.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you like me now?
I still love you.
Okay, bye. See? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You're an entertaining person because most people wouldn't do that. Especially without telling her, okay, other people are listening to you right now.
It's not gonna ruin anything. Dude, what's the worst that can happen? That's the question I always have, for people. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
People say, how do you do it, dude? How do you have this kind of confidence? Well, it's not necessarily confidence. It's just I realize you cannot control what other people think. Mm-hmm. And you're never going to make everyone happy. Mm-hmm. So if you have to choose who you're going to make happy and you have all these choices, most people don't put their name on that list. Mm. And once you put your name on that list, your eyes keep going back to your name. And it's like, well, dude, if I'm going to make someone happy, I might as well be that guy right there.
Sure.
And then you go, okay, I'm choosing that guy. Okay, good. I'm saying whatever makes me happy, and whatever everybody else I can't control.
I love it.
You know, I forget who said it, but someone said, your opinion of me is none of my business. Which,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I want to do maybe a walk through your studio, and you may not know all the equipment and gear and stuff like that, but you do have a setup in your office, yes?
I have set up in my office. I have a setup in my studio. I have a setup downstairs. I have a setup in my other office over there.
Can I see some of the setups?
Come on.
Let's do it.
I do lunch for people, for employees on
Every day?
Mondays. This right here,
You buy lunch every day?
not every day.
Did you read all these books?
Yes. No, not all those. That's everybody that comes on the podcast. They want to bring me their book.
Okay.
So like he's coming in this week or next week, he sends me his book.
Do you read them before they come?
No. I'd be reading constantly. But this is kind of one setup. Little teleprompter, a couple of cameras, lights.
What is the use case for this particular setup?
Well, usually if I do Zoom meetings or create content for social media,
Okay.
I just record it.
Teleprompter for ads?
I'll make ads. I'll do whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it just depends on what I'm doing. But 9 times out of 10, this is where I'm working all day, and a lot of people are out there trying to create content rather than be the content. And so, like, I preach, quit trying to make it and just be it. So if you're going to be the content, you need a camera guy following you around.
Yeah.
People are like, well, why not just have a tripod? Well, tripods don't follow you around.
Right.
And a lot of the things that come out on social media and end up becoming the viral content is the content I wasn't even trying to make.
Yeah.
It was just me saying something or doing something.
Being yourself.
So I have cameras here just because I'm always on a Zoom or I'm always on a call or people come in here, and I just make sure that this is covered.
Love it. Real quick, can you tell me, do you know the gear? You know all the gear and stuff?
Yeah, well, basically, like that's a camera, that's a camera, that's a microphone, that's a teleprompter,
Okay.
that's lights.
Are you able to break down what he's using?
Yeah, I mean, this is an FX3.
Okay, so we got the FX3.
Yeah, FX3, this is a Canon R. Sennheiser, pretty sure that's an M320.
Okay. It's cool. I'm close enough. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, LED lights, I mean, gotta keep it lit right.
Is there a reason we use 2 different cameras?
Just 2 different angles. I mean, just in case one, I don't know, dies, maybe stops recording, you always got another one. Typically when he's answering phone calls, sometimes like...
Usually one's vertical, one's horizontal.
But you run them both at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just looks a little better too, like when there is content that gets clipped, like you'll see both camera angles. People tend to like that more than one. Works better.
What teleprompter is this? Do you know?
This,
Elgato?
Yeah.
With the foot pedal down there.
And the Stream Deck with the foot pedal.
Hold on, how do you...
It's all,
I have one of those. I don't have a foot pedal though.
Foot pedal just speeds it up or slows it down.
Oh, looks like I need to go.
software comes with it. You can map it for a whole bunch of different things.
Got it.
He uses it when he does ads. It acts as like a stop and start, or like you said, if he wants to speed up, like the text is coming in too slow. There's also these 2 pedals on the side. These actually push down as well, so you can speed it up, slow it down, stuff like that.
Very efficient.
Yeah,
Very efficient. This is dope.
Thank you.
This is dope. And that's where you do most of your content. Like if it's just you.
Well, again, I work there most all day, so I just capture whatever's there. My content, I never really know what it is because I'm just filming me being me.
Right.
And doing what I do, and then a team goes in there and figures out what to do with it.
Oh, so if you have a meeting, you'll just record it, and eventually you're gonna say something amazing.
Just like right now.
Yeah, right.
See, I might drop something before you do. This is the green room.
Okay.
This is just where people come in and get pretty.
Okay, before the show. Okay.
So like if you have multiple guests,
Right.
you got to give them someplace to hang, get ready, look pretty. Then they come in here to the studios, Now we also, again, have a software company, so we make courseware in these two studios.
You said courseware?
Yeah, courses for like interactive training systems.
Oh. For yourself or the people that's going to put it on your software?
Software. So like a lot of these people, like Tony Robbins is right there, and Tom Hopkins, and a lot of these subject matter experts, they'll come in and create courses. And so that's why I started the podcast, because they're already here. I might as well just bring them in and drop some bombs with them.
Right.
So then this allows me a couple different kind of setups.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what all this is. I know that this is a roadcaster.
Yep.
I don't edit at all. See, a lot of people have to like take their podcast and then go edit it and then go do all this. I don't do that. When we start, the cameras start rolling, I just hit this button and be quiet, which is the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What it is, Brad Lea back again, and then I'll just go. And then when I'm done, that's the ending.
And whatever happens between that first drop and the second drop, that's what goes out.
No editing.
Love it.
And then I'll drop bombs right here. My little sound effects. But anyway, so the guest sits there, I sit there. I think when you were here, you sat here, I sat there.
Yes. It definitely looks like upgrade, because you didn't have as many lights, I don't think.
Yeah, I did.
No. You upgraded them or something. These look fancy. You didn't have these lights on.
Yes, I did. They've been around forever. Like these are 1922 models.
Maybe I'm just like more impressed because I'm more into production now then. Because I'm super impressed. You got lights everywhere.
Well, lights are cheap.
Why this?
Well, it's because if I don't have that, then you'll see the lights on the screen.
On the back, so the flag kind of make sure there's no glare.
Oh, I see.
See, if you don't have these, you'll see the glare.
Got it. Okay. And real quick, what are these cameras?
They're all Blackmagic 6Ks. I don't know the exact model, but those are exactly the same. And this is also Blackmagic as well. But there's just an EF lens on there. It's a Canon lens.
Got it.
I don't know the models for these ones though.
We'll find them. If you get a video of them, and we can put it up, just if there's a number on it or something. So this is where you do your podcast.
Yeah, I can also turn the cameras this way, and I sit there, and the guests sit there, and kind of like a night show format.
Is it based on the feel of the show? Like if the swingers are here, we got to do it this way instead of.
Well, if there's more than one guest, yeah. But I've never really used that.
But you could.
But I could. That's what it was there for, in case I want to make it look like a Tonight Show.
Right. This is dope, man.
And then this is a TriCaster. This right here allows you to switch. So if you're talking and I'm talking, I can switch them back and forth on the fly and create lower thirds on the fly. So I don't have to edit when the show's done. I already edited it right here like this.
Gotcha. Is there typically somebody here controlling this? Gotcha.
And then I don't know what all this is, but that's a live streaming computer, so I can stream live.
This is a live streaming computer. Why do we need a specific computer for live streaming?
I don't know.
Processor in there, quick.
Faster.
It's connected to Ethernet too, so it won't. There's no lag in between the feed or anything. It's always super clean.
Got it.
So
you do a lot of.
It's really a gaming PC, honestly, but the GPU in there is extremely quick. So.
Do you guys do a lot of live streaming?
Starting to. But I got a different studio I'm getting set up. Let's go see if it's open.
Golly. This is boss, bro. So people would do courses and you just like green screen them, just put whatever behind them. But a huge teleprompter. Can somebody get this, please? This is a machine. It's a machine back here.
Well, we're a manufacturer of content, so you have to have a machine to manufacture it.
Absolutely.
These are all what called Diva Kino flows, where they don't get hot. See, there's no heat coming from them.
Wow. This is
These cost more than the ones you said look fancy.
really.
Then of course, action.
And the other side is just another version.
It's a full wall in case we want to go the whole walk. Like if I want to make you look like you're walking down a beach. Right now, someone wanted it white, so we have half of it white, but normally it's just all green. So the whole wall is green.
What's this black thing for?
Just to stop lighting and
Control the light more.
yeah. Or if I were going to take a picture like this, you know, just a black background.
Got it.
But it's really a light catcher, I think. I don't know.
You got this whole floor?
Yep.
Did you just get this side, or are you just building out this side?
No, I was letting somebody use it for a minute.
Was the goal to just take over the whole building, or?
Well, I was going to buy it right before COVID, but I got scared. Johnny, we need that whole screen green.
All right.
When you going to get on that? Huh? Come on.
So you were gonna buy the whole building,
I was.
but you got scared?
COVID hit, dude. I thought everyone was going on.
So, what did they want for it?
23 mil.
What scared you? I mean, was it like you know what you're gonna do with it? I mean,
Well, it was more just ego. Like it'd be cool to make this like all mine, but usually when you buy buildings like this, your intent is to rent it all out. I didn't want to rent it all out. What's happening, gents?
What's happening? How are you, man?
How are you?
Good to see you. What's up?
would you have been profitable from or would you have been under the water from the purchase, or did the numbers support the monthly? Golly.
So this is kind of a set that I use sometimes.
Yikes.
Just depends on what I'm doing here. And then this I can bring in live people.
This is insane. Why not regular chairs? This is beautiful.
Regular chairs. These are regular chairs.
These are movie theater chairs.
Yeah, so back here, you know, all of this kind of allows us to run this whole thing. I don't know what.
Whoa. Do you let other people use this? You rent it out for other people?
Yeah, if you're a client of Lightspeed's, I'll let you use it. But yeah, like this whole thing, it runs the walls and the lights, like this lighting systems, you know, lasers, smoke machines, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Better get some of that right there, Nate. That looks good.
Wow. This is crazy.
But I can do a podcast like Andrew Tate and Tristan's gonna come. We'll probably do it down here. And I might even, you know, let somebody come watch the taping live.
Do you ever acquire any shows?
I haven't
I mean,
yet.
because if you have a talented person, you have everything they need to.
You guys want
execute.
something?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Then back here, you just have a little coffee station and fridges.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, like when you were gonna purchase the building, right?
Yeah.
Does the rent roll support like you coming in and not have to come out of pocket?
Well, it would have, yeah.
So,
But I thought everyone was gonna skip paying rent for a while.
is it still a consideration to buy this whole building?
Yeah, it's not a real big concern, but I'm still contemplating it.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I wasn't buying it for the right reason. I would have made a mistake because you don't buy a building so I don't have all my space upstairs. I still have, I could show you 10,000 square feet I'm not even using. So like I don't need any more space until second floor is maxed out, which is far from maxed out. I was buying it, you know, because I thought, ooh, I could put up a fence and, you know, make it a campus and we could do all this and all that. But in reality, when you buy a building like this, you're supposed to be doing it as an investment where you're looking to rent the space, not use it.
Right.
So I would have made a mistake buying it for sure, because I wouldn't have done that right away and I would have been having a challenge. But
You would have bought it to say I bought it, or to say I own it.
yeah, but the guy who does own it, who I'd buy it from, his name is Gary. Like he's got it all rented out to people like me, which is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You want to build a personal brand, which I recommend everyone does, you know, start a podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, well, how do you get anyone to listen? Earlier on a call today, a guy goes, I started a podcast and nobody's really listening. I don't think people are interested in what I'm saying and yada, yada, yada. And I said, well, how many episodes do you have? And he said 3. And I said, oh, there's the problem. People should have been listening day 1.
For sure. All right, I don't have a I don't have a bunch of money yet because I don't have any sponsors, but I'd love to get you at Podcast Summit to speak. We had 750 podcasters in Miami in 2023, 2024. We had 1,100 in Atlanta, and this year we'll have 1,600 to 2,000.
Nice.
I think it'll be extremely valuable.
So this will kind of be like a live streaming podcast.
It's a video wall?
Yeah, it's a video wall.
Oh.
Teleprompters. Two people run it. This is built for live streaming. So like if I say, hey, let's take a look at that video that's going viral, you know, whew, it'll come up. And, you know, there's people operating it. I'm going to start doing this this week. So I'll start doing a show called Trending, where I'm just going to run through trending topics and give my opinion. I'm going to probably invent a few new shows, some sort of news, real news.
You being the host, or you're going to find
Yeah, me being the host, fool.
You're just going to run all these shows yourself?
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, you gotta, if you want to build a personal brand on social media, you got to flood the internet with your face. So, you know, some people that don't like business and entrepreneurship, like YouTube, I think needs to be more entertaining than training.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you just throw out shows, see what sticks. If it doesn't stick after, you know, 20, 30 of them, you know, change it.
I'm inspired. You got to flood the internet with your face if you're going to build a personal brand. It's beautiful to see this in real time.
Thank you.
Beautiful to see this in real time. All right, so how can I get you a podcast summit? What do I got to do?
To the podcast, when is it?
August 7th and 8th.
Where is it?
Atlanta. We will 100% have at least 1,600 people there.
And they're all podcasters?
Yep, podcasters or wanting to be podcasters, or entrepreneurs who need to understand how to get podcasting and content creation going.
What's the goal of it?
Continue to grow it and sell it. There's 3 podcasting events in the United States, and ours are in the 3rd year where we're about to start eclipsing them, but it's so electrifying, and it's the bridge between content and business. So we're teaching you how to monetize, even if not the audio. If you're a coach, you need a podcast, and we have 2 days. It's incredible.
Well, if I can make it, I'll do it.
Absolutely. How do I find out if you can make it?
What's this? That's another thing about a podcast. People send you gifts and products. You got my number?
Yes, sir.
Just text me in the next week or 2. August is long enough away to where I'll probably have time to do it.
That's incredible.
And yeah, I'll probably do it. Normally I'll charge $50,000 to speak, but I won't charge you. How's that?
Huh? You got a busy day, man. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, man.
Myself and so many other people, so thank you. I appreciate
No, my
it.
pleasure, dude. Again, maybe by then I'll be a podcaster.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, man. Be cool.
Right. Running a whole machine. He himself is a machine, and he's running an operation that's just won't quit. And a lot of companies need this type of training because I think companies are lacking in the content space. Brad is not lacking in content at all. And he's looking to do more and more and more. It's just, I'm inspired. So my takeaway is I need to create more. I'm thinking that I gotta just stay in a lane and do what I'm doing. We're taking this content to the next level. We are taking this content to the next level. 100%. Brad Lea was dropping bombs. And if you're not inspired and motivated to build something amazing, my man said I was gonna buy the whole building. I was gonna buy the whole building, but then realized that it happened for a reason that he didn't, because it was for the wrong reasons. This was a masterclass in not only entrepreneurship, but content creation. So, all right, Podcast Summit 2025 is here. Go to podcastsummit.com, get your tickets. We're gonna do our very best to get Brad in the building. Use promo code BRAD for a very special discount. We're gonna get him there, man. We're gonna get him there. I'm going to text him next week. He said that if he's free, he's gonna make it, and it's gonna be free. So that is a blessing, not just for me, but for you, because you can tell that this man really has a heart for people and is willing to give up the game. So I will see you all at Podcast Summit 2025. We out here. Peace.